The winner is Moist Critical!
Moist Critical.
Moist Critical.
Moist Critical.
Moist Critical.
Moist Critical.
Moist Critical.
Moist Critical, Penguin Z0. It's whatever you want. You can go Moist, you can go Charlie. I'm fine with anything.
Whatever you want to call him, the man is a legend on YouTube, and as a YouTube advice channel, no matter what we're covering, we always seem to get the same comments. What about Moist Critical? He doesn't put effort into his edits, he doesn't care about his thumbnails, all he does is just sit there and talk. So I dug through all of Charlie's content from when he first began over 17 years ago, all the way to his content today, and what I found, like most successful YouTubers, Charlie has 3 specific traits that got him to where he is. And in this video, we're gonna uncover these traits by exploring the entire Moist Critical story. Then, we're gonna address one advantage that Charlie had that you might think you don't have, but you actually do.
So it was 2007, and I had just bought a new game for the Xbox 360 called Gears of War. And I went on youtube.com and I saw a video called Gears of War Sniper Montage by a guy named Nizmojo. And I wanted to do something like that too, record myself playing the game even though I wasn't as good as this guy. I wanted to be as good as him. So that same day I had my parents drive me out to Best Buy so I could get a little cheap camcorder about the size of my little pocket trumpet here. So after making montages and stuff for, about a year or two, a new game called Battlefield Bad Company 2 came out, but I came up with a different idea.
I'm starting a new video series called Battlefield Bad Company 2 Fun Tactics. This is episode 1.
It got a few views. A couple of them got like 1,000 views, and I was so proud of that. I actually told my parents, I was like, you guys aren't going to believe this. 1,000 people watched my video.
It took 2.5 years of creating before Charlie's videos started to see some attention, and he was stoked. But like many of us, he had some other feelings as well.
And I was 100% sure everyone was going to hate it. It wasn't going to do very well. People definitely weren't going to like me because that's just, that's how I felt about myself. But to my surprise, people actually liked it. And then, my channel started to grow a little bit.
After 3 years of learning, experimenting, and overcoming the struggles many new creators face, it was clear that Charlie had developed a trait so strong, there was no way he could fail.
And I just really found this passion for creating
I firmly believe that if Charlie hadn't become the successful YouTuber he is today, he'd still be making videos. From the very beginning, Charlie was in it for the love of the game. He didn't have expectations, he just did it to do it. And when you love creating so much that you do it regardless of what it might or might not become, you'd be surprised what kind of opportunities that amount of passion can attract.
In 2010, something incredible happened. A guy named Ray William Johnson put one of my videos in his video.
100,000 views, and it's hilarious because the guy's humor is so dry.
Alright, here we go. I'm trying the same technique. Uh-oh. Damn it.
Now I'm actually with the guy on this
It was such an incredible feeling. It's hard to put it into words.
Now you might be thinking, okay, great. He was passionate and he created stuff he liked, and then he got a lucky break and that was that. But you don't get to his level of success on passion alone.
And then in 2012, I completely lost the passion for making videos, but I still did because I know people expected them and wanted them from me, so I forced myself to make videos.
Alright, I'm done playing this. Subscribe if you want to see videos similar to this one. See ya.
It was just a chore for me, a hassle.
Charlie was struggling with so much that he just didn't like creating anymore, but he never stopped. And I think that was the catalyst to his YouTube success, because through some of those videos that he pushed himself to create, something unexpected started to happen.
I really am very shy. I don't talk to people I don't know that often. I am always worried about my health. Well, I'm still unemployed to this day, and that situation isn't improving anytime soon. I've hit rock bottom and I'm at the lowest point in my life, but I'm trying to be optimistic because my girlfriend broke up with me, and it really hurts. My obsessive compulsive disorder was just spiraling out of control and really negatively affecting my quality of life.
He was so transparent with everything that he was going through that he unintentionally gave the viewers someone they could genuinely connect to. And so when he needed them, they were there.
And a lot of you reached out to me and sent me really sweet messages and offered your support, and I managed to pretty much get rid of my OCD for the most part. I don't really...
And when things got better, he was there for them.
This is for anyone out there that has obsessive compulsive disorder, and I hope I can help you out a little bit.
What Charlie lacked in passion, he made up for with a different trait. A trait that would push through the struggle and create such a powerful following that things like eye-catching thumbnails and retention editing would become irrelevant before they ever even mattered on YouTube.
I don't hate myself anymore. I started working out really hard, got a body that I was happy with, started to change my outlook on things, and just...
No matter what he was going through, he kept coming back, and so did the viewers. And eventually, something else came back too.
And then I started to find that passion again for creating things, playing shit games, and then branching out and making new things.
That Charlie, that short hair, first time on camera Charlie that's been telling the story so far, that was him 7 years ago. And what he just said holds more true now than it ever has. Charlie has always been about changing shit up. He began with montages, then he'd occasionally stream on Justin TV before it ever became Twitch.
Oh, shit.
Then he decided to experiment, starting with infomercial parodies, commentary, live streams, podcasts, celebrity news, influencer drama, film review, collaborations, music production. The man had that final trait that YouTube success just cannot resist.
That fear of like trying new things is something everyone has. I definitely did. Everyone does, because you never know how the audience is going to respond to it. But at the end of the day, again, it ties back into doing what you think is the most fun, which I think is the most important part.
Not only was Charlie ambitious when it came to trying new things, but when you combine that with his passion for creating and his persistence to overcome challenges, there was no way he wouldn't find success eventually. It just happened to be right at the beginning of what would become the most popular platform for content creation. Now, that kind of timing, that's an advantage we don't have. Or do we? See, Charlie didn't know how fortunate he was to start when he did, just like we don't know how fortunate we might be to start today. For example, in a few years, you could be saying something like this. I'm so glad I started when AI was taking over the content creation space and people got sick of seeing it everywhere, so they started looking for human connection and my channel was ready. I really got in at the right time. That's just an example. Anything can happen. One thing's for sure though, content creation is not going anywhere. Even just the skills you learn by making content are enough to create life-changing opportunities. There's definitely a future where you'll be glad you started. So with that in mind, I guess the only thing to do now is create. And if you don't know where to begin, might I suggest checking this video out right here. Future you will thank you.